We will begin with 3 full, complete inhales and exhales. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more times. Good. Now from this space on the back, bringing your awareness and attention to the base of the spine. You can notice this as the tailbone. You might notice it pressing into the mat space beneath you. We're going to breathe through this energy point, front to back, back to front, 3 times. Just visualize this breath moving through this space. Just inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. I invite you to bring the awareness about 3 inches above that space. This is around the navel center. This is our sacral center. I invite you to take 3 breaths through this space, front to back, back to front. Just visualize moving this breath as energy through this space. No right or wrong, just breath. We're going to travel on up to the next energy point, the solar plexus. This is the space right below where the rib cage meets. Breathing through this space, front to back, back to front. Full expansive breaths. Inviting the awareness up into the heart center, space that radiates out through the chest, through the back of the body as well. 3 breaths through this space, front to back, back to front. Raising the awareness into the center of the throat, the front and the back of the neck. Front to back, back to front, 3 breaths through this space. Bringing the awareness into the space between the brows, the 3rd eye center. Breathing through this space, front to back, back to front. Space above the head, the crown of the head. We'll breathe into this space 3 times, in and out. As we begin our physical practice, starting to reach and stretch the arms either out from the shoulders or above the head, We're going to reach and stretch, feeling this energy from the fingertips out through the toes, toes through the fingertips. We're going to breathe up and down through the body. 3 breaths from the toes through the fingertips, fingertips through the toes. The legs as extensions from your root, arms as extensions out from your heart space. Good. I'm going to guide the knees eventually in towards the chest. You can place the hands on tops of the knees, or the hands can rest behind the thighs. We're starting to just notice the tailbone lift up off of the mat and regroup back down as you guide the knees towards the chest, and then gently draw the knees away from the chest. We're going to invite in side to side movement as you're ready. The arms can extend out from the shoulders, or you can again rest the hands at the thighs or the knees to support this movement. We're just warming up the spine, releasing through the back, beginning circles in either direction with the knees, rotating around the tailbone, sacral zone, maybe in through the solar area of the low back. If you found rotations, we'll just gently draw those circles in the opposite direction a few rounds. As you're ready, we'll place the heels onto the mat directly underneath the knees, setting up for a bridge pose. Fingertips may or may not graze the back of the heels, more so allowing the palms to rest down, facing by the side body, pressing into the heels on an inhale, beginning to lift and press the hips, lifting and pressing, lifting for the highest height of your bridge. Our inhales are active in that we're lifting, pressing, squeezing the glutes. Exhales are effortless. The action in the inhale lifts and presses and squeezes the glutes as we lift the hips. 2 more breaths. And another full deep inhale. And exhale, releasing the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, allowing the full spine to release all the way down to the tailbone. Allow the knees to sway a little side to side here. Then we're going to cross the right heel over the top of the left thigh, pressing through the right heel. You can stay here. This might be plenty opening for the hips. Or beginning to bend into the left knee, drawing the left knee towards the body, interlacing the fingers behind that left thigh. The right elbow can be used to gently open into that right inner thigh. As that left leg hugs in closer to increase sensation, or anywhere in between. Take 2 more breaths. You can keep the fingers interlaced behind the left thigh as we press through the left heel straight on up, eye of the needle. At any point, you can let go of the back of that left thigh. This will work into the core strength a little bit more. Maybe opening up the arms to a T. Maybe pointing and flexing through that left foot, through the left toes. Just 2 more breaths. Again, interlacing fingers or not, we're just going to release that left heel down to the mat. Uncrossing the right heel. Second round of bridge pose, palms by the side body. On an inhale, lifting, pressing the hips high to the sky. This round, option to bring the hands underneath the body, interlacing the fingers, drawing the shoulders underneath the body for a chest expansion, just an option. We'll be here for 3 full breaths. Inhales, lifting, squeezing. Effortless exhales. And that final exhale, releasing the arms, letting the spine come all the way down. Maybe letting the knees sway. The left heel will cross over the right thigh this time, pressing through the left heel. Again, you can stay here if there's plenty of sensation in the hips, or pick up the right foot, bending at the knee, drawing the right knee in towards the body, resting the head, neck, shoulders back on down. Left elbow may graze and press into the inside of the left thigh to deepen the sensation. Bending into that right knee, drawing that right leg even closer. 2 more breaths. And moving into eye of the needle here, you can keep the fingers interlaced to the back side of that right leg. As you press straight on through the right heel. Option to open out the arms to a T, working into the core. Maybe point and flex through the right toes. Just 2 breaths. And we'll begin to bend into that right knee, releasing the right heel, uncrossing the left foot. Good. Knees hug in 1 more time, crisscrossing at the ankles, starting to rock and roll the length of the spine from the base of the spine, maybe up through the shoulder blades. You can do this as many times as it feels good. We're going to meet in boat pose, working into that solar plexus. We've warmed up the root, the sacral. Now we're moving into the solar plexus, the power center. And 1 more full breath. And exhale, we'll release the feet on down, finding tabletop. Knees stack underneath the hips, wrists stack underneath the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide. Exhale, we'll press into the palms, tuck the chin around the spine, sinking the hips back towards the heels for a little child's pose. Inhale will peel us right back up, dropping the belly, opening, shining the heart. Exhale, round into the spine as you sink your hips back towards the heels. Moving through this 4 times, maybe 6 times. Starting to play with the breath, linking breath to the movement, movement to the breath. Finding the full length of the inhale, full length of the exhale. Your 4 or 6 rounds. As you press the hips back to the heels for that child's pose, we'll meet up there. We'll take 3 to 5 breaths in that child's pose. Knees can be guided closer together, or the big toes can come to touch with the knees separated to the edges of the mat. Arms have options. They can extend straight, have a slight bend in the elbows. Releasing the forehead down to the mat, or letting the head hang. When you're for child's pose, we'll walk the arms over to the right side of the mat. Any amount the left hand can come near or place on top of the right. We'll breathe into the left side of the body, 3 breaths. The hands through center over to the left. Right hand places on or near the left hand. Breathing into the right side of the body. 3 breaths. Hands come back through center. We'll peel on up, finding tabletop. So if you've taken widened knees, we'll just guide them back underneath the hips. Hands walk a handprint forward, curling the toes under, starting with a hover off of the mat. So just lifting the knees 2 to 4 inches off of the mat. Navel guides up and in, gazes down. Good. Stabilizing the core, breathing into the center. Finding your down dog, maybe slower than you want to get there. Pressing into both palms, guiding the ears next to the biceps. And hands about shoulder distance apart. You can widen the stance. Feet about hip distance apart. You can always open up the stance, just feeling into your downward facing dog. We'll be here for 4 to 6 breaths. Loosening, releasing, just breathing into your stillness. Your down dog, gazing forward. We're going to step the feet behind the hands, forward fold. Hanging heavy in your forward fold, arms can be long and loose. You can take opposite hand to opposite elbow if you prefer a ragdoll. A few breaths here to sway it out. Letting go of the head and the neck. Releasing shoulders. And release the elbows if you took ragdoll. Gonna peel on up halfway, setting up for Agnisara. Feet are about hip distance apart, fingertips on the inside of the thighs, palms on the outside. Our inhale opens up, shines the heart. Exhale, rounds through the spine, empties all of the air from all 3 lobes of the lungs. Inhales, filling up the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, rounding and releasing as you squeeze into the glutes. Just continuing this practice with breath. We're still really working into that solar center of the body, feeling the heat ignite, move through the body as energy. We'll find 4 more rounds of breath. On that 4th exhale, allow yourself to round through the spine, pressing down through the heels, rolling on up to standing mountain pose. Shoulders soften down the back, palms shine open. forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, shine through the heart. Hold this half lift. The posture, not the breath. Feel the opening through the heart space as you draw the shoulders back. Good. We'll take another breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold. The right foot will step back into a low lunge. Hands frame the left foot, left knee over the left ankle. We're reaching through the crown, pressing back through that right heel. Another breath in. Exhale, releasing the right knee down to the mat. We'll sweep the arms up overhead, moving into the heart space. The space that radiates out through the center of the chest. Bringing awareness and breath into this area. Good. Another breath in. And exhale, hands come together down through heart center. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Left arm raises. The arms are an extension out from the heart center. Breath in. And exhale, left hand comes down. We're going to straighten the left leg, press the hips back towards that right heel. Half split, reverse lunge. Hands frame either the knee, the shin, or near the hips. Just feel that heart drawing towards the lifted toes. Breathing into the back of the left leg. Breath in. And exhale, rebending into the left knee, lifting the right left foot, steps back, plank pose. Holding plank. Knees can always come down in your plank pose or stay lifted. Breathing into the center, firing up the breath. Building strong cores. Another breath in. Exhale, release the knees down if you're not already there. Bending the elbows, bringing the chest and the chin down to the mat. Toes are curled under. Setting up for a baby cobra, the heels will slide back, belly comes all the way down. Untucking the toes, feet about hip distance apart. Sliding the knuckles underneath the shoulders. Inhale, we'll peel the heart up, draw the shoulders back. Breathing into the belly. And inhaling. And exhale, release the chest, finding child's pose, 3 to 5 breaths. And we'll meet back in a down dog, taking all the time you need in your child's pose to reset, reconnect. From downward dog, joining. When you are ready, inhale the right leg high. Exhale, sweep it forward, low lunge. So we're in that low lunge with the right knee over the right ankle this time. Crown of the head lengthens forward, left heel lengthens back. Full breath in. And exhale to release the left knee down, raising the arms overhead. Shoulders draw back, heart opens and shines. Good, inhaling. And exhale, hands together, down through heart center. Left hand to the inside of the right foot, right arm raises. The right hand down on an exhale, straightening through the right leg, pressing back the hips towards that left heel. Curl the left toes under or flatten the foot to the mat. We're drawing the heart towards the right toes, breathing into the back side of the right leg. Inhale. And exhale. We'll bend the right knee, lift the left knee, step the left foot forward this time. Forward fold. And inhale, one halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Opening up the arms to a T. Circle sweeping the arms out wide and around. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen the arms. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, baby back bend. Bending the elbows, opening, shining through the heart. Good, extra breath in and out. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen the arms. Exhale, taking the hands together behind the back. Interlacing the fingers, opening into the heart space, drawing the shoulder blades towards one another. Chest expansion. Moving into the heart space and the throat space here energetically. We'll take a breath in and exhale, forward fold. The hands can stay together on the low back, or you can lift the arms up and away. You've got that accessibility as the crown of the head hangs heavy. Hands come down the back, down the legs, forward fold. Inhale, one halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, finding chair, sweeping the arms up overhead, sinking the seat back. Shoulders draw back, core draws in. Three more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold, let it go. Extra couple breaths in your forward fold, it's hanging heavy. We're gonna hop or lightly step back into plank pose from your forward fold. From plank, moving through your vinyasa, knees could lower as we did the first time, or if you're staying lifted, coming forward on the toes, bending the elbows, flipping the feet halfway, finding your cobra or up dog. Breathing back in, down dog, taking a child's pose. If you need 3 to 5 full breaths, either child's pose or down dog. From your down dog, we'll inhale the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot forward, low lunge. Right foot steps forward to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep arms out wide and around. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair pose. Sitting back down into chair. I'm going to take the right arm underneath the left, crossing underneath the elbows. You can reach for opposite shoulders here, or you can crisscross at the wrists. Transfer the weight over into that left foot. You can pick the right leg up, draw it over the left, sitting back into that chair. You can always keep the right toes on the mat as well. We're working to drive everything into the midline of the body, so elbows and knees towards the midline, squeezing and detoxifying. Staying here, or drawing the elbows down towards the knees, nesting your eagle pose. Staying here, unwinding that top right leg, maybe moving into a warrior 3 option with eagle arms, pressing that right heel straight on back. Keep arms in eagle arms, or you can open up the arms and soar out to a T, or maybe airplane arms. We're going to release this, sweeping the arms up on an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or lightly hop back into your plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Come down dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms open up, circle sweep out wide and around. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale, chair pose. Eagle on the left, left elbow crosses underneath the right. You can reach for opposite shoulders or crisscross at the wrists. Transferring weight over into the right leg, picking the left leg up, crossing it over the right. Everything twists into the midline of the body. Staying here or nesting your eagle, rounding through the spine, guiding the elbows towards the knees. Staying here or unwinding through that top leg, maybe pressing back for a balance. A warrior 3 with eagle arms. Keep eagle arms, or you can open up the arms to soar, fly. breaths to clear out some heat. If you're still working your balance, no worries. Finding your mountain pose when you're finished. 3 breaths in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good, 2 more. Good. Open up the legs a little wider than the hips, or as wide as comfortable. Turning the heels in, toes out. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, guide the hands down through heart center, finding your Malasana Yogi squat. If that's not quite accessible, you can always bring the seat down too, bringing the elbows to the inside of the knees, still sitting upright. Just opening it up here. For a couple offerings, you could stay right here. This is feeling good in the hips and you want more time here. You want to work on your arm balance, your crow pose, or your tripod. You can move into that from here. If you're in a studio, maybe wipe some sweat before you arm balance. If there's something else that's calling to you, getting the feet up off of the mat, finding an inversion, just allowing yourself some exploration. I've got a hybrid posture I like to do here as well. In between frog and crow, keeping both hands and toes on the mat, you can get a nice opening through the back side of the hips by just leaning your body weight into the elbows. It's just kind of a cross between a crow and a frog. So probably 15-20 breaths or so, just finding what you need to find here for your practice. I'll cue a crow pose. I'm really sweaty. If you're working into crow, you think the chaturanga arms and hands, fingers spread nice and wide. So you bring the knees in closer towards the armpits, triceps. You want to work to get the knees in all the way up into the armpits. They'll slide a little bit down, but bringing the body weight forward. Lifting one toe, maybe both toes. Bringing the big toes to touch. It's a lot on the wrists. So tripod is another offering I like to mention. It gets our head down, taking some of the bearing off of the wrists. So you create a little triangle. Visualize a triangle on your mat. Hands are down at the corners of the triangle. Head is at the top. I often see the head coming too close to the knees. That doesn't work as well. Head up at the top of the point. Toes curl under. Knees lift. You can just walk and set the knees onto the elbows. Similar to crow, but you got your head down. We'll counter pose your playtime with a little child's pose. If you are you happy upright? This is hero pose, so you can allow the eyes to blink closed from this upright position as well. And just allowing the breath to naturally flow in and out. Gonna meet on the belly as you're ready to meet on the belly. Just bringing the belly all the way down. Allowing the feet about hip distance apart. You can rest your arms wherever you'd like to rest, maybe crossing the arms, folding one arm on top, or just letting the chin come down or the forehead. The arms can as well rest by the side. Gonna move into deep belly breathing. Deep belly breaths. Filling up the belly with this breath. Expanding the belly, ribs and chest. The exhales, full and complete, releasing chest, ribs, and belly. I encourage the use of this breath both on and off of the mat to activate the parasympathetic nervous response, releasing us out of fight, flight, or freeze, calming the nervous system. Safe breath to practice in our postures as well as in our day-to-day. Calming, cooling, expansive, and releasing. We'll meet in Sphinx pose from here, guiding the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms down, fingers spread wide. We're drawing energy down from the shoulder down into the elbow, lifting through the crown of the head. So we're opening into the heart space and the throat space. Releasing the chin down towards the chest, letting the head hang heavy, maintaining that energy from the shoulders in through the elbows. Getting a stretch between the shoulder blades, the trapezius muscle. The right ear travels towards the right shoulder, opening into the left side. Taking the head back through center, opposite side. Go one more time each side. I'm going to release all the way down, opening up the arms to a T. Moving into a twist here. The right hand will place to the inside of the right ribs. Left arm still stays extended out from the shoulder. We're going to press down into the right palm, opening up that right long edge side of the mat. The right leg can be long, or you can bend at the knee, bringing the sole of the foot on the opposite side of the straightened leg. Working into that left shoulder. Unclenching, ungripping. Slowly starting to come back to the belly. Take a few more rounds of that deep belly breathing. So wherever the arms rest, wherever the head rests, activating that deep belly breath. 3-part breath. And moving to the other side, the arms extend out from the shoulders. The left hand to the inside of the left ribs this time, pressing into the left palm, opening up to the left side of the mat. Left leg can stay long, or you can bend at the knee, Bringing the sole of the foot on the outside of the straightened leg. Releasing any tension you may notice, or gripping or clenching in that top hip, or anywhere in the body. 3 more breaths. Starting to unwind, coming back to the belly. I'm just here for a couple more breaths. Option to bend the knees, drawing the heels towards the glutes. Maybe let the feet fall side to side, or rotate around the kneecaps. We're eventually going to meet on the back. From here, if you'd like to find a little traditional child's pose for a few breaths, and then bring the feet through forward, releasing on down to the back, or you can just flip on over as well as an option. If you chose to come onto the seat and you'd like a little bit extra core work here, just taking a slow reverse sit up, 1 vertebrae at a time. And each vertebrae roll on down. Stretching the arms overhead, pressing through the heels. I'm going to cue a shoulder stand and plow pose. That's not part of your practice. You can tune into any final postures here that would most satisfy your practice. If a shoulder stand, plow pose does not suit you, option to just press the heels straight on up, resting in a legs up the wall position, or finding a happy baby, soles of the feet, inside outside edges of the feet to grip. If you're working into that shoulder stand, we've worked through all of the lower chakras, all the way on up to the throat. These are really gonna help benefit the throat and the third eye. So from that legs up the wall position, we're going to press the hips up, start to guide the elbows underneath the body, resting the hands on the low back, walking the hands up the back, and allowing for space in between the chin and the chest. So still allowing for that opening in through the throat, coming up onto the tops of the shoulders as high as comfortable. This can also be done at the wall. Wall can always support your shoulder stand practice, as well as the legs up the physical wall. And this is your practice, so however you choose to end, you can stay in legs up the wall or shoulder stand as long as you would like. If you want to press back into a plow pose, we're just slowly releasing the feet behind the head, any amount. They may or may not touch. You don't want to look around in this pose, keeping the neck straight. Mentioned postures, as long as it feels good. You're ready to release on down. resting posture. Flat on the back, knees bent, maybe the belly, maybe a butterfly. Your Shavasana, your final resting pose. Pose where all of the benefits of your practice seep into all of your cells. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs. Letting go of the wrists and the ankles. Releasing the fingers and the toes. Softening all the muscles in the face. Releasing space between the brows. Stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. This afternoon, there's no rush. The studio is yours. Like to be guided out to return back to your day. Begin to deepen the breath. Reach and stretch the arms for a full body stretch. Turn over to either side of your mat, resting in fetal pose. Knees bend towards the chest, resting the head on the upper arm. Taking your time, arriving to a seat. sharing your energy, your light in this practice. May all beings be happy, healthy, and strong.